welcome to another classic guitar video. Tonight's video is going to be a customer guitar, somebody that dropped me off this guitar the end of last week. It's a Les Paul copy, so I'm calling it the Les Paul Butterfly because it has a butterfly logo on the headstock. It's pretty much a beater fixer-upper. It's not even playable right now. The pickups and half the electronics are not in it. So he just brought me the guitar to put back together and do a full setup on. And in exchange for the work, because he didn't have the money, he's trading me a couple of brand new but plucked out of a guitar Gibson Les Paul pickups. So those pickups are probably worth about $300, $350 for the pair. So he was willing to give me the pickups in exchange for the work, and I was willing to take them. So that's what we're going to do. And let's just go ahead and get started. And here it is. Anyway, it's the Les Paul copy Butterfly, as I nicknamed it affectionately, and I'll show you why. There's a butterfly on the headstock.
About 4 months ago, he married a woman who works with him. He's very happy.
I know it's hard to tell. I got it kind of sideways right now, but anyway, it's a bolt-on neck. The wood looks like it's fairly decent quality. I would put this guitar, he didn't know what year it was, but I would put this at early to mid 80s. So again, can't play it because the electronics are out of it. There's some of the electronics. Here are the pickups. So we're going to put those in it. Here's the pick guard and one of the knobs. So we're just going to get right into it. Yeah, we're just going to get right into it and start straight away. That's what we're going to do, because that's what we're doing. Yeah. Take these strings off because we're going to put new ones on there. Okay, keep going. Okay. Some pictures of this before, so the individual that dropped this off I've done business with before. This is the first time I'm doing a guitar for him. I bought some guitars from him in previous years, and he finally decided to bring a guitar to me to do. So that was pretty cool. I imagine this is going to be a 2-day project, barring any problems with the electronics. You know, for instance, if these pickups that he brought me are bad, or if the pots that he brought me are bad, you know, etc. So barring anything like that, then this guitar won't be able to be finished. Tonight. I'm not expecting to finish it tonight. It's already almost midnight, so it's like, well, I'm not going to finish it tonight. Even if everything went 100% smooth, I wouldn't finish it tonight because I don't mind doing a fast job on a guitar, but I don't want to rush. I definitely don't want to rush. So. So he just wants it playable. He doesn't care if it's like super pretty to look at or anything, because it's not pretty to look at to begin with, to be quite honest with you. That being said, these are DiMarzio pickups made in USA that he gave me to put in it. Steel braided cable, all that good stuff. So the guitar will be well equipped. That's for sure. Yeah. So we'll take the knobs off very carefully, because I'm thinking this guitar is probably 30 some odd years old. So I don't want to be breaking these knobs, because these knobs, I've seen knobs similar to this and they're not exactly easy to replace. So I can see two of the indicators are missing. It's got these little indicator things to indicate your number on the associated on the tone or volume. Both of those are missing, so that is unfortunate. So that being said, take the truss rod cover off too. I'll just do that now. If everything goes smoothly, I'll be able to finish this in 2 parts. Pending any problems, issues, or glitches with the parts he gave me, then I would have to contact him and say, hey, the parts you gave me are not going to work because this, that, or the other reason. So, yeah. So other than that, it's a pretty neat guitar. I think it's kind of cool and nifty. Kind of cool and nifty. Tighten down the... I'll go ahead and do the usual things I do to it. And to start out with, you know, we gotta take the covers off, so we'll do that too. We're missing a screw here, and we're missing a screw, 2 screws. So we'll see if I've got any spares. If not, it will just have to go screwless. It's as simple as that. We'll see what's in this sucker. I'm not expecting miracles, and he's not expecting miracles from this guitar, so. So, yeah. Just not expecting miracles. Come on now. Yeah. Of course that would happen. Of course. Oh, not a big deal. I got it. Okay, so the pots are 500K pots, so there is that. It's got capacitors on the pots, so that's good. So we got tone, tone, volume, volume. I think this one's the main tone here. I think. And I think that's the main tone actually. No, it can't be the tone. That's the. I mean the volume. These are the tone. These are the volume. That's what we got. Yeah, we'll get it. I'm not worried about not getting it. So. Yeah, we're doing all right. I gotta unscrew the jack plate so we can have a gander at that. Okay. Okay, so to the right. What the heck was that? Something just fell out or fell away or something. Yeah, one of the block. That was interesting. One of the block inlays came out when I flipped it over. Now I'm gonna have to glue that back. That's funny. Hey. Funny. Okay. Well, I better test them all and make sure they're all in there good. Now I got an inlay I gotta glue back in. Funny stuff. Okay, so we're getting a few of the basics done, just to get it done. Always good to get the basics done when you got a big project guitar. Get the small stuff done first. Tuners. Okay, so I don't see any other outstanding issues with this thus far. Yeah, I don't see anything that screams out at me. Barring any problems with the electronics when we put the electronics in. I need 4 mounting screws for the pickup bezel, so that I do need. So I'll have to fish some of those out tomorrow. So I think we're going to do pretty good with this guitar. Electronics are the biggest thing. The rest is nothing to me.
Just when I was getting eager to read it.
You could assume that he said he loves you.
So a lot of this wiring we can reuse. Yeah, we got the two-tone, and then we got the volume. So we'll get it, no problem. We will get it. I don't know if I'm going to use one of these pots though. Maybe I'll use one of these pots. Yeah, I probably will. This one's kind of messed up, but I can fix it. And the solder job, whoever did the solder job, he gave me some extra pots to, to use. I'll use one of them. And they're very close to this, and they're almost exactly identical to the other ones there. So that'll do tomorrow. I'm not going to do any soldering tonight. Tonight's just kind of assessment. and to see what we need to do, you know. And we got the jack, and yeah, I don't think we're gonna have a problem or an issue with this at all. I really don't. What can I do tonight? What else can I do tonight? I'll probably do the frets and fretboard tonight. Then I can glue this inlay in overnight.
Except for some maintenance that's needed on the work coils, everything seems fine. Thanks.
Cream and sugar.
2 sugars.
Oh, 2 sugars?
You know, you drink too much of that stuff.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, that's your 3rd cup this morning.
So, yeah. Pound those back into place. They look a little raised. Ooh, I better not pound too loud because I got people in the house sleeping. So I'll have to save my pounding for tomorrow. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay.
You'd say that if you just had your legs torn off by a snake and a beast. What you been through the last few days? We finally make a connection at home, and that's ripped away from us. We managed to make another enemy who's going to try and hunt us down and destroy us.
Fold the bag over. And here we go. Well, she's a dirty bird. She's a dirty bird. not too worried about the fretboard, and here's why. Somebody has, over the years, come along with a file and rough filed the frets almost flat, so I can't really put a polished surface on them unless I did a recrown and all that, and this guitar is not worth doing a recrown and fret leveling and all that stuff with. He just wants the guitar playable. He doesn't care too much if it's, you know, concert worthy or something like that, you know. He just wants it back together and playable, so that's what we're gonna do. So whoever did this to the frets, and it wasn't him, otherwise he would have mentioned it, I think. Then overnight I'll glue that block inlay back in, and that'll be ready for tomorrow. It's a good thing I found out about that today. Otherwise I might have had to make a 3-part video, which I don't want to, because I got like 6 customer guitars to do this week, so I need to finish guitars in a timely fashion now that it's the first of the year. I mean, I just got inundated with inquiries about doing guitars, so that being said, okay, there you have it. Looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. Big difference before and after. I'll be right back.
We've sent word to the Searlites in the mountains. They'll camp for the meeting.
How far from cabin?
2 days. We need to get back to Enterprise. Tell Starfleet what we've learned about the embassy bombing.
We have a more important mission. We've got to get this to the capital.
I don't understand. The Shaw contains Surak's original writings. It's the only surviving record of his true teachings. It would have an enormous impact on the High Command. And all the Vulcan.
We've got 2 teams working on it. Anything else? Mission still flying. Admiral Gardner ordered us to return to Earth. Yeah, we've set a course.
Alright. Well, we're doing pretty good. We're making good time.
Have you told Starfleet?
I gotta remember to glue that block inlay back in.
Do you have any idea what the admiral will do when he finds out? I'll say this now. Is there anything else? And the Vulcans have legitimate reasons for launching this strike. If we alert the Andorians, we will be betraying our closest ally. I'm trying to prevent a war, Malcolm. A war that Earth can get drawn into. With all due respect, sir, we shouldn't get involved. We're already involved. Come here.
I'm glad I'm able to get a head start on this guitar because the previous guitar, the customer's Telecaster, he said he was having major issues with ground static and all that, and I go to plug it in here and it was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. So that was an interesting guitar to do tonight. He swore up and down it had ground issues, so I'm thinking his guitar, his quarters amp is the issue at home, because I was just not getting the static that he was mentioning today when he dropped the guitar off. I was just like, okay. Yeah. I'm going to polish the headstock twice because it's black, and you can always polish black a little bit better the second time. So that's what we're going to do, polish it twice. Truss rod cover next. There's no name or model number on the truss rod cover. It's just blank. Just kind of a shame.
That's why we have to get this thing to the captain. And I'm gonna need all three of us to try and find you.
Okay, truss rod cover done. Now I need to sit down because my back is killing me. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do all soldering tomorrow night. Tonight is just going to be the polishing of things and goods.
They captured 8 Cyranites from the sanctuary. Was Cyran among them? No, he is dead. The Cyranites said that there were 3 other survivors, including a human. Archer, they say that he is carrying the Kirshana. The Kirshana never existed. There are scholars who believe it does, and that it was hidden in the forge. The Cyranites claim that they are following the true path of Surak. If the Kirshana is real, it is right.
Okay, I'll polish the pick guard.
I will be over minister.
Well, this is kind of an interesting guitar. I put it at early to mid 80s. There's no name on it, but it has a Butteryfly in the headstock. It looks like real abalone inlay on it, but I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. I can tell the block inlays are not mother of pearl; they are pearl-oid. Just as another, just a fancy word for plastic. Okay, so now we have the pick guard and bracket polished. And I guess we'll go ahead and polish the, nah, we'll wait for that. No, Or, yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it now. Polish the cover on the three-way switch.
Paying too much for car insurance is like throwing money away. Money you could use for lots of other things.
Okay, it's polished. We'll go ahead and polish the back plate cover too. Might as well. Might as well. We're sitting here polishing stuff, so we might as well do it. Might as well do it. Okay, cover polished. So we're getting a lot of stuff done, polished. That's good, I guess. Oh. Probably gonna stop this video right at exactly an hour. We're at 37 minutes right now. I'll go ahead and I'll glue the I'll glue this inlay in.
Has been hiding in this nebula. Maybe your information's out of date. He's in there. This is Commander Tucker of Enterprise. We've got some information you're going to want to hear. Sir.
We're being held.
Just press that in. Make sure I don't have any glue on my fingers, and you just press that in.
They were told you're adapting Zindi weaponry, and that you're planning to use it against Vulcan. That's absurd. Captain Archer destroyed the Zindi prototype before we could examine it.
And now we are done with the gluing. Okay, now it's all glued in and ready for tomorrow. We're making pretty good headway so far on things. I'm happy. I'm ecstatically happy. Flip it over. And then we can start mapping out the electronics that we're going to do tomorrow. I'm going to use one of the pots that he gave me, put it in, we'll wire it up, wire in the pickups he gave me, and yeah, this is the front pickup, because it's got a front pickup bezel on it. Ooh, I need springs, No, I don't. Take it back. Don't need spray.
I suggest you do it fast.
Sirov will help us. You don't believe in the contract? It's irrelevant what I believe. The captain could be permanently injured if we don't get him to a doctor soon. He doesn't need a physician, he needs a priest. One experienced with coffers.
Okay, so this is the back pickup. We want to make sure we're going to have enough wire for this because I think we will. Ooh, although this one's really short. That's not good. I just noticed that. Oh man. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to work. The wiring is too short. I'll have to put extensions on it though. That I can do. I can put extensions on it. That's not a big deal.
I cannot know. I would initiate it. That's not what I mean.
And I have to decide. And these pickups are really heavily used. Oh my god. Heavily used. Heavily. I might have to flip it over. We'll see. I don't know yet.
Bernard has been known since Surak's time. It's caused by melters who have been in public drink.
Oh, man.
One with great experience and collective see something you can do.
Somebody does not know how to solder.
My mind to your mind.
Oh man.
My thoughts to your thoughts. From mine to
Got one wire. Steel braided. Black. We got black and white. And then we've got black and white. It's not enough. I'm gonna have to strip this down, I think. Jesus. And steel braided, so it's like steel braided wire is hard to deal with. No, I think it'll be fine. Take it back.
the bladder control aisle. You won't shop here again.
Okay, where's the other wire now?
The constant struggle
It's only got one conduit.
Now there's a better way. It's HDIS. We home deliver bladder control products. We understand how you feel. For over 25 years, we've home delivered to many of the 20 million Americans who deal with incontinence. We offer all brands.
Ooh, shysters.
And use plain, unmarked boxes. If we can help you or someone you care for, call for your free product sample pack and $45 in money savings. Our counselor will help you choose the right product. And unlike stores where all is in stock, you'll
We've
get
got
what you
one
need.
hot wire.
Satisfaction guaranteed. HDIS.
These pickups do not have. Well, this one's got multiple. This one's got 2 wires in it. This pickup's got 1 wire in it. Well, it's shielded. It's ground shielded. And this pickup's got 2 wires. This one's got 1 wire all the way down.
GNC's #1 vitality product, new Nugenix Total T helps provide even more energy, performance, testosterone, and muscle-boosting ingredients.
Okay.
Now, for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. That's PLAY. The 231231. If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt with monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save,
Okay, those are spliced and ready. This one I really have to make sure this is one lead wire. Yeah, it's only got one lead wire. So I got no way to ground it. If this is too short and it won't reach a pot to ground it to the pot, I will have to make a lead wire that leads up to this and solder it to it, which is not a big deal. Like I said, the guy's he's not expecting perfection on this guitar, so. So he is not expecting perfection, so. Oh. Like I said, I'm going to go an hour on this video, and then that's it. So I'm quite tired. And this is going to be a 2-day project anyway, so there is that.
I recommend Lipocine because it's made from the rare konjac fruit, which contains glucomannan, a very safe and effective weight loss supplement.
Lipocine has no harmful side effects, no caffeine, no jitters, no counting calories. Star diets, nothing in your lifestyle needs to change. Just
Okay. Wiring in this one's a little different. Just a little, not too bad. We got 2 tones and 2 volumes here, so. And that's what we got, and then I'll unsolder that tomorrow, clean this one up, and see if it fits in there first. It does. I don't have any. Ooh, I'm really low on pot, nuts, and washers. But that's okay. So this is the back pickup. And this is the front pickup. There you have it in all her glory. And all their glory or lack thereof. I guess I'll polish on this, because that looks like it'll need it twice. I'll polish on the top. I mean, I got 10 more minutes. I'm going to do this video. So might as well get a head start on some of this stuff, you know? Just might as well. Should be a moderately decent guitar to play when I'm done with it. I really hate to describe a guitar as being moderately playable, but with the frets, I think the electronics will be okay. So I say moderately because the frets. At least he'll be able to strum on it and play it, and so that's good. That's a given. Gritty on this video for this guitar because I'm really tired and my bad back is starting to kick in really quite badly, actually. So we're gonna go We're going to go 6 more minutes and then I'm going to end this video and we will continue on the morrow for this video. Finish is definitely not going to be perfect on this, but it'll be usable. Pots feel good, so I think they'll be okay. So we'll go 5 more minutes on this video and end it, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go 5 more minutes on this video. 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. I don't think it's, it's not going to reach, see? It's going to be a little too short. So I'm going to have to put extension on that one at least. On the back one, probably not. Yeah, the back one's nice and plenty long. It's the front one that runs a little short, so. go 4 more minutes on this video and we'll close it out and continue this in part 2 tomorrow. Again, this is a early 80s Les Paul copy. It's got no name on it, but it has a butterfly on the headstock set in abalone inlay. I don't think it's a real abalone inlay. It could be, but I doubt it. That's what it looks like. So I'm just making this guitar playable for a customer that dropped this guitar off. I don't own this guitar. It's not mine. It's a customer's that I'm doing the work for. And he gave me a couple of Gibson Les Paul American humbuckers in exchange for doing the work, because he couldn't afford to do the work in cash, so he's giving me the pickups and trade for the work, which I do a lot. If somebody has parts or something or whatever, they want to trade me parts for work, I'm more than happy to do that in most cases. So we got 2 more minutes to go on this video. And then we'll continue it tomorrow. Again, this is a early 80s Gibson Les Paul copy. It has no name on it, but it has a butterfly in the headstock that's inlaid abalone. I don't think it's real abalone. It could be, but I doubt it. I know for a fact that the block inlays are pearloid, because I had one popped out and I had to reglue it just now. And looking at it, it was pearloid, plastic pearloid. So we got 1 more minute on this video, and we'll close it out and finish this guitar tomorrow. So thank you everyone for joining me for this classic guitar video on this early 80s Gibson Les Paul copy that I'm dubbing it and nicknaming it Butterfly, because it has a butterfly in the headstock and no name. So we're going to continue this in part 2. Tomorrow we're going to do the electronics and lots of soldering and get everything put back together and hopefully playable by this time tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. Tonight's show is brought to you by Guitar Center of Glendora. Check them out. They're really good people. CK, the manager, I know her. She's very nice, very knowledgeable, and a good person. So check them out, and thank you again for joining me, and we will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.